Slow car. Oh, and it's caught out. Michael Zafira. Oh, that is a massive crash. A massive crash in Class C coming out of Cheetah.
Put all together.
Oh, speaking of keeping it clean, that's not clean. Mussolini coming slamming into the side of Dr. Hunter Skippers.
It is Garelli being really swept up by the field. It's Dowenhauer that leads the way. He's followed by the 69 of Blake Amolan. Third place will be Garelli, but it's all kicked off in the back of Shotzi Ortsis. They are rolling and racing, and again, Garelli does not get off the line as quickly as Dowenhauer. Oh, and Sebastian Blake Amolan in a contact there. All sorts of dramas. Cars everywhere on the first lap. We didn't even get to turn one.
Plenty of give and take, understanding from the various LMP2 drivers there. It was all on his own, I reckon,
no,
James Dayson.
There was a clash with Ice. I'm just trying to pick out which of the cars that was. James Dayson has had another problem. That's looked to me to be the Palace Racing car going very, very wide. What happened there?
Or was it Virage?
That was a clash with James Dayson.
In the white, number 10. And it was Cullen making the move on Garcia. And Garcia closed the door. That's tricky to read precisely. I kind of need another angle of it.
Working that problem as I speak, so apologies that has. And there's trouble there. And that was touch from the 23 car on the rear of the 12 that has sent the WTM.
Coming out of the right-hander.
It was contact with the DKR car.
DKR P2 car, that looked like.
There is the
Pro-Am car is immediately behind,
and it was the Iron Lynx Proton car jinking out
to the side of Oscar Bitar, who had to respond accordingly. And then 1 and 2 cars off into the gravel. I'm not sure whether they touched one another. Actually, they may have spun independently.
It looked to me, if there was contact, it was 62 went.
So Bitar. Well, was that just all on his own?
We saw him up the inside of the interior pole car.
Okay.
Well, that was a contact from the... It's a safety car just been called now, by the way. The More Motorsport car.
Down the inside for
one
of the Virage. It's the 59 that's back in the race.
59.
Out of our shot, and I reckon that's when it's then continued on into the grass. Now, he's not the first person to do that in this session. I saw those... Visit Victoria signs. Watch this. So sketchy conditions.
Oh no! So unfortunate.
Oh.
Yeah, that's enormous. That's a really, really big hit in one of those cars. Unfortunately, the Mercedes-Benz.
And we're away for race 2 in Fanatec GT World Challenge. Mostert in the Ferrari. There was an Audi, contact, and off goes the Ram Motorsport AMG. That's Garth Walden sliding all the way down. On the run down there towards turn 1. That is serious. Oh, look at the air. Now that's exactly what Josh was just talking about. He just leaves half a car width there at the southern loop, as if to... He's gone! Schumacher's gone! He went up the inside.
Let's watch the replay here. Antonio Astudi, he's overcooked it into the braking for pit lane and straight in the back of Lockie Manif. Big contact. Got an incident a bit further back down the order. Oh, didn't see him. That was the 101 of Tony Quinn turning in.
They weren't the reason. We're going safety car 2. They weren't the reason for the safety car. This is. And Eric Constantinides with contact to Brad Carr, who'd spun in front.
5th place, let's just see here though, it's Fitzsimmons, he's going to have a lose and there's contact, he's right into the side of Osman, 2nd and 3rd, they're out.
Let's have a look at a replay here, see if we can piece together what happened. So he's coming into the final corner of 14. Oh, he just got balked, didn't he, off onto the grass. And he's all going to sort of, it's like downtown San Marino at rush hour, isn't it? There's a McLaren on the outside there, onto the grass, and then at that point he's got no control. Don't progress any further forwards. It was a scrappy lap, wasn't it? Oh, that's why.
So we see the replay of where this mistake happened.
So this is into 11. Oh, he's going to run wide. He's going to do a Gunter, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Is there contact there? Was that?
That was...
and more contact.
Yeah, more contact there. You've got Vern, Cassidy, Evans in there. Yeah, damage there to Nick Cassidy as well. So the 2 Porsches are right at the sharp end. Oh, he just goes over the back of Vern. Yeah. Oh, look at
Gunter
that.
pulled a wheelie.
If we can work out what happened here to Robin Fright. So he's got Bird here on his inside. On the outside there is Da Costa. Looked like 3 into 1 didn't go. And that is Antonio Felix Da Costa. Oh, disaster for the Portuguese driver. First over the line and disqualified eventually yesterday.
It's down into turn 1.
He just clips it into the back of the McLaren there, doesn't he? Roland, he's now beginning to just push a little bit harder at this stage in the race. Oh, no.
Former French gravel champions' early momentum would be short-lived. A slow speed roll in the marathon stage 3 was followed by a shredded tyre. But an afternoon fight back from the 24-year-old, and remarkably, drama would strike once again. The luckless Latvian sustaining heavy damage to the left rear corner.
Passou e passou rápido. E olha o que vem por aí. Aí tem toque do Galide. Ele vai pra mureta. Kaká Bueno tá junto. O Nacho Montenegro tá junto. E a gente vai ter safety car de novo.
Você vê ali o Marcelo Neves junto com o Vitor Amorim. Já tem gente rodando batida na saída do S.
Não faltou emoção, não faltou disputa, Matheus. E aí, olha aí, ó, o replay do toque.
Rapaz. Mas o pessoal da GT4 vai precisar fazer troca. E aí? E olha só o totó do Jean Frati na traseira do César Fonseca. E olha o toque também ali pra cima do Adriano Rabelo que roda. Vai lá fora, Adriano Rabelo.
O Leandro Reis pula para a segunda posição. E aí já deu ruim ali pro carro do João Cardoso. E ali já tem na curva do lago. Já temos gente escapando. Aparentemente o Pedro Birger. E olha só o que tá rolando lá atrás. Já tem toque já. Vamos ter safety car. Bacari já tá com o carro destruído.
E problemas com o campeão Augusto Freitas. Olha lá, vem lento o Augusto Freitas lá atrás.
E já tem capô ali no carro do Leandro.
Rapaz.
Carro do Leandro Reis já vai para pilotar em braille a partir de agora o Leandro Reis, né? Olha a imagem recuperada aí.
Olha o
carro do Manzini.
Professor Rafael Manzini, viu? Mostrando que tem habilidade. Olha o Júnior Martins aí,
Soares.
o Lute.
Volta. Boa, Lute. A disputa aí do José Neto com o Célio Vinícius. Aí o Celinho dá aquela traseirada e olha aqui o Rogerinho, o jeito que veio, ó. Veio atravessando
todo
tudo.
mundo ali, né?
O Vasco também já teve que atravessar tudo. Mas tá tudo certo, tudo em ordem. Já estamos na penúltima volta de prova. E eles vêm batendo porta, ó. Aí não é bom de tocar que dá besteira. Reta oposta não é bom de tocar que dá besteira. Tá de aberto aqui, Interlagos, e o Zé Neto já vem para ser líder, hein? Não vem mais não. Já tem o toque ali com o Manzini. Atravessa no meio da pista. O Manzini consegue segurar ainda. O Zé Neto vai lá para fora no S. E tem gente esparramando tudo que pode. E quase um toque aqui. Teve um toque ali na barreira de pneus. Parece ser o carro do Rogério. E aí tem barreira de pneu no meio da pista. Aí a barreira de pneus já acerta ali o carro do Ezequiel da Lasta.
Nossa senhora.
E aí o carro do Célio Vinícius. Tem esse primeiro contato aí do Pablo com o Célio.
O acerto desse final de semana que é o Augusto Freitas e o Júnior Berlando. Opa!
Aí não, Augusto Freitas foi ali para a barreira de pneus para conservar essa liderança de prova. O Júnior Helt foi lá fora, trouxe de volta.
Com isso, impressionante o ritmo que vem.
Augusto Freitas rodou bem no S. Ih, rapaz, Bacarim tá batido na mureta lá na entrada da reta e muito líquido vazando na pista, hein? E com o Augusto Freitas ali, ele veio pro meio, se toca ali com o Augusto Freitas, vai pro meio de novo. Aí os dois vêm porta com porta, balança o carro do Bacarim. Eram lá de baixo, né? Do comecinho da subida, se enroscando, se enroscando. Não, ninguém frouxou não. E aí o Bacarim foi de frente pro guarda-reio e é fim de prova para ele.
Não, eu acho que o
Patrone errou ali. Epa!
Patrone!
Ele já tinha aquele negócio só que eu falei, né? Ele fica ali só na janelinha esperando.
Aí partiu pra cima de novo ali, sai faísca.
Mas o pessoal tá animado hoje, hein?
O Daniel Dias. É impressionante. A soma de 2 números deu 4 números a mais. Eu não sei de onde que ele tirou isso, mas tudo bem. Olha, carro espalhando, é o Rafael Silva.
Perdeu.
Isso não impede a galera de curtir com a gente as outras provas também, né?
Tá ligado no Race TV, vai ficar junto.
Opa! A pancada!
Pancada forte, vamos ter safety car, hein? Ai, 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 tá bonito, pega. Enzo Caporali vai na grama, não pode girar, virou ao contrário. Aí comprometeu tudo. Foi na base do all-in, né? Jogou todas as fichas. Rodou também o Rodrigo Rocha. Aí você tem o toque dos companheiros de equipe. Esse toque... Esse é aquele toque que não é interessante pra ninguém, né?
Não.
Por fora, vem Marcel Facchini. Deu uma embarrigada na curva. Perde a primeira posição. Vai ter que sacrificar ali a segunda perna. Opa, um toque. Todo mundo juntinho na segunda perna do lago. Não pode tocar. Agora, meu... Ai, 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 ai. Aí é strike, tem carro virado de ponta cabeça. Lélio Assunção.
Oitava posição sendo definida ali entre o Gabriel Romano e o Brandon Zonta. Gabriel Romano viu o mundo ao contrário ali no meio do pelotão. Olha como vai todo mundo tratando de desviar. Foi lá pra fora. Aí você vendo a atravessada que deu o carro do Brandon Zonta. Ali exatamente à frente do Jeff Giassi, né? E acabou sobrando pro Edson Reis, tadinho. Não tinha nada a ver com...
Mas vou usar de novo. Rubbing is racing. Né? para passar os carros sem mandar alguém fora.
Vamos ver, olha só a rodada do Nick Monteiro ali, por isso acabou saindo o Dorivaldo Gondra. Instantes atrás nós vimos já o carro do Dorivaldo lá fora da pista.
Olha só, quem que foi aquele que freou e deu na traseira? Tava no finalzinho da turma da Pro ali. Será que foi o Chris Borneman? Depois a gente vai descobrir. Que a gente não vê mais ele aí. Você viu mais uma? Com o Zebra e o número 59, o Antônio Junqueira.
Mas o Bruno, sem Uli Dias, vai fazer realmente uma corrida muito boa.
Marcelo Zebra ali no fundo. Quem mais? O 393, Cláudio Harmusch.
Daqui a pouco ele tem que ir pro boxe, que o para-choque dianteiro dele já tá caindo.
De novo! De novo, agora é a Taline que foi pro meião da pista ali na disputa.
Guto Rota do carro 19, um piloto super combativo lá do sul, muito rápido. Onde ele tá enfiando o carro? Ah, meu Deus.
Já primeiro acidente, o Uli Dias e o Rafael Smozinski. Tem mais gente escapando ali, o Ale Xavier. Começo de prova complicado aqui.
O Chris Borneman, esse carro número 343, é dificílimo de ultrapassar. Ele vem
Opa! Segura, meu amigo. Léo Martins segurou na raça ali, meu Deus do céu. Por sorte, não deu algo mais grave ainda. Que os Pedrotti e o Zebra conseguiram se segurar, porque a gente podia ter o balé do crioulo doido ali.
Sobrou pro Parisotto. Ele não tinha nada a ver com a briga dos dois, sobrou pra ele.
Acredito que não, porque não vai ter não teria sequência a corrida, né? Vamos ver. Você vê o toque do Mário de Lara. Acabou ficando pelo caminho. Olha só o lance. Ah, não. Foram os dois diretos e o Gabriel Moura ali não teve culpa de nada. De nada. Tava na dele. Disputando ali. Olha o Gustavo Smozinski freando tudo na última curva. E o Gatão também. O Gatão com o Petrelli. Que loucura, cara.
Parecido com o acidente do ano passado do Roberval Andrade em condição de pista molhada, exatamente no mesmo ponto. Acabou passando do ponto, foi na barreira,
alcançou. Igual Caio Castro ano passado.
Pegado as duas corridas de hoje.
As duas provas de hoje. A Mercedes liderando, a outra Mercedes, a Adalberto Jardim já aparecendo da quarta posição. Por enquanto eu não vi aqui.
Escapando, hein?
Daniel Kellerman para fora. Se eu não me engano, é o Glauco Barros ali no outro. Se eu não me engano, vamos saber. E que confusão aí. E tem ainda gente rodando ali no fundo.
Interesting, Newsham will be determined to try and get back past him. Oh no, that's Luke Sargent around contact, I think, with Brad Hutchison. And Sargent's brand new Cupra gets dumped into the gravel trap.
He was speaking to Matt Love, so a third party I've heard this from. That's contact. That's going to be hard work to keep on the track, and he's failed with it, unfortunately. That was the 15 of Dyer.
Good start from Carl Swift from pole position, I think, this time around. So for the second race in a row, he will beat Love into turn one. There's a car sideways in the pack, though. And there's going to be carnage on the run towards Paddock Hill Bend. And that, unfortunately, was always a danger with so many cars starting side by side on the grid. It's a bit sideways, Swift up the inside. 2 by 2, they run up the hill. There's another car going the wrong way further back. Thankfully stays out of the barriers. And the race should be able to continue. We'll find out who that was in a moment or two.
And that is number 43. Is it Sutton? It doesn't say it's Sutton yet from 17th position. Not in 17th anymore. Big off. That was Foxlow. big disappointment for him. John Cooper was started in 8th place. And now will be the first DNF, unfortunately. Well, arguably the first DNF, Marco Ricci.
So far, so good for Kellen. He's got himself out of Zach Lucas. 4 abreast behind. There is inevitable contact. Horrobin into 2 of the cars. And into the gravel trap they go. Horrobin has continued, but there are 2 cars out of the race. One of them might have been Sean Reynolds, but we'll await further confirmation. That's another car off now at Druids as well. Oh, and that might have been John Cooper into the barriers. There's absolute carnage up at Druids. Cars everywhere for Dan Lewis, who is trying to win on his debut in the championship, and that was a very ambitious move up the inside. Around goes Morgan Kidd, and that was James Pope, who I think was sick of going backwards in this race.
Daniel Robinson on pole, and it doesn't look like they particularly got an absolutely electric start, although to be fair, bit of a trick of the camera I think from the 2nd row and 3rd row. Looked actually like they got a better start. There's contact, there's going to be a big off, and the 98 of Watkins goes straight into the wall at Paddock Hill.
Neil going to pull away, and it might start to allow Jensen Mason to close in 4th place. Oh, off has gone Webster up at Druids Corner. That sort of stacks up the next little group of cars around the outside. Oh, there is contact. Around goes the 77 of Alex Sprange. That was contact with Dylan Davis. Josh Files will hang on to 3rd, and actually Liam McGill now moves up to challenge his Area Motorsport teammate. As they drop down the hill, there's contact further back. 2 or 3 cars pointing the wrong way. Jordan Brennan's involved in that. Is that Kite?
Front split angle off there, and it's been it! Files was that?
Oh, it was, and that's the 36 of Macaulay Austin, I'm afraid, who's got into him. Macaulay Austin, who is a mechanic for Finley Lines when he goes karting, the son of Nicola and Stuart Lines. Unfortunately, his race is done. There's another car spinning, and that is the 22 car tangled.
A 10th of a second between himself and the number 28 machine of Nick Bryan. So on they go. Oh, and a bit of contact further back as well there. Someone just rode over the rear of a car. On a massive impact as well. The rear tyre incident we've just seen between the 21 machine and who is the one who made contact. Can't quite pick up the number, unfortunately, but yeah, it was unfortunately not 21's fault. So from that of Lewis Thompson as they work their way up towards the first corner, but can Will Smith hold on? Lewis Thompson in that green car, a bit of contact further back, and off the road goes the number 49 machine. So what a shame there.
Number 3 going through of Ballard, so he's in that 5th place, and it's actually Hoped, the car that we misidentified. They've got another car out wide there, can't see in the dust who that was, but they have recovered back, but that's going to cause a bit of confusion. That's Giles straight into the side. We saw it yesterday. Championship snapper, just all this. Watching the replay, they're just millimetres to spare, and that it upset Packy's car, and that's what caused that contact. I don't think Ballard realised that he was still there on the inside.
So down towards Nelson, you can just see coming into shot here. Oh yeah, it was a jump over the curb, wasn't it? So Luca Marinoni and Osborne took it. And here's a replay of what happened then. So again, down towards Nelson. This has been the problematic corner so far. And it looked like Jamie Keats was already sideways. So
se le va a sumar en cualquier momento. Thiago. Uy, Thiago con Bernie. Son strike, Thiago. Ay, lo embocó a su vecino de Canning.
A la pista, después termina siendo más rápido Pernía.
Uy, Bernie. No, Bernie. Otra vez como allá. Uy. El Toyota rojo y lo pasó nomás de prepo.
Ahí tenés al actor de reparto.
Uy, ahí Pernía lo atendió y se la devolvió, Leo. Se la devolvió rápido Pernía y lo mandó al pasto. Es del equipo Octano, sí pasaba allí, mirá, claro. Uy, de costado. Casi hace una carambola. No, mirá. No ligaron nunca, es verdad, los Chevrolet en esta carrera,
Estos autos, porque es uno de los coaches de la categoría.
Uy, mirá, le pegaron al auto de Grucho, lo atendieron y ahí quedó.
Sí, totalmente.
Educado. Cuando ahí hubo, mirá, algún problema ya tenía con la dirección Chas, me parece, y cuando pasó Martínez lo atendió.
Тем не менее, сохраняет равновесие и уносит этот капот с траектории. Давайте смотреть повтор. Вот здесь снос без посторонней помощи. Ну и далее, к сожалению, уже не удалось избежать столкновения, вследствие чего и вот так вот эффектно взлетел капот ввысь.
Темпе, то есть его времена такие же, как у Шишенина. Да, сейчас...
И контакт происходит. Неужели Шишенин подтолкнул сейчас Виханского, или у того были какие-то проблемы самостоятельные? В итоге...
Атакует там Ременяка. Борис Лукомцев здесь тоже пытался третьим войти. Все-таки здесь Титаренко чуть-чуть отыгрывается, разворачивает Ирину Сидоркову. Был контакт.
Или немножечко подпихнул все-таки. Нет, было легкое касание, да?
Но вот сейчас,
а вот здесь нет. Вот именно перед заносом мы видим, был интервал между машинами. По всей видимости, может быть, это были технические проблемы. Да, сорвало машину, колесо оторвало просто-напросто. И на достаточно высокой скорости бросила машину в занос и задней частью ударила о стенку питлейна. Накануне сегодня гораздо лучше. Она проходит первый поворот, никто ей не мешает. А вот тут и первая
и он может застрять, потому что...
Да, задние колеса, ведущие в гравии.
Азат Калимуллин.
28-й. Щербаков! Это Щербаков, он только захватил лидерство и тут же ошибся, получается. За пределами гоночного полотна мы смотрим повтор, и вот Дудрев здесь, конечно же, ошибся и выбил соперника. Я думаю, что это вполне возможно приведет к штрафу. К обочине смотрим повтор, что мы здесь увидим. Опа, контакт был позади лидирующей группы, здесь Твердохлебов, да, как раз боролся.
Солдатов его здесь подправил, пришлось здесь посмотреть, Лавис.
Русское кольцо, СМП РСКГ.
Да, как раз Артем Антонов там притормаживал, посмотри, но не ожидал, что здесь окажется в пыли Артем Антонов. В это время тормозит Максим Солдатов, чтобы в Твердохлебов не приехать. Его ударяет гонщик из Смоленска, да. Масленников обходит Родькина, сейчас внутрь ныряет Петр Плотников, он понимает, что ой, контакт, ты посмотри, здесь
и улетает на обочину на огромной скорости машина Масленников, но посмотрите.
You know, just go out and drift for fun,
right?
And you know,
That was...
Oh, no back in the...
Yeah, no back into the tires. It looked like he locked it up in time.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
No.
Got the moves like Jagger. Let's go. Rad Dan Burkett. Outside zone one. Oh, boy. D-Match shuts it down. Holy cow.
Initiation was good. Big e-brake pull there from Dan back on the power, and then course correction locks him up. Nice little pillowy.
Initiated into that first outside zone. Kind of slow roll into it. Gets all the way out there. Taps the wall. Oh, throws back. Mohan loses it. Absolutely carbon copies of each other's run. We got a banging. Woo! Banging wheels, banging doors. Internet blowing up right now. Love the livery, love the graphics. As Mike Powell. Oh,
no!
All Pennzoil on track right now. In that second outside zone, Federico digging deep. Oh! Hobson shuts it down. Fetty goes into him. Oh man, he was on him. He was on one. Well done by both the guys. Taylor Hull, amazing chase job. Taylor Hull gets a and Rome parks it around that last inside clip. The garagistic BMW transition now into that second outside zone. Ryan Turk possessed. Look at Shanahan. Ryan Turk taps the wall. Turk tapped the wall.
Pushing that bumper into the wall through one, and then you see a ton of angle here as Turk starts to fire through. Gets off, and that rebound touched the front end of Connor Shanahan. So.
But you need to stay composed. And Irish drivers know how to drive in the wet. He goes deep into the wall. The hatch opens on Ryan Turk.
This is where they both kind of realize what's going on. We cut power, and then Shanahan throws a bunch of angle to slow the car down. So does Turk. But then Shanahan tapping the wall, getting the car swung back out.
Wow, that was chef's kiss. Where's Federico with his Italian hand gesture? Kazuya banging doors, banging bumpers. Whoa, doctor. All right. James Machine Dean enters in, and again, James, and look at that. As Jonathan Hurst spins out, James Dean, if he continues on, will have a major advantage here. Oh, no!
Saves it.
Ryan Turk tucks into the pocket with that little hot hatchback. Big no back goes deep. Ryan Turk spins out. Olsen still keeping it going.
Typical thing, getting tied off at two, and then snapping loose.
I don't know, Clint.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like it quit turning, and then I saw he was already up and in the wall. Here you go. I think it got loose on him getting in, and he had to chase it up the racetrack. Ran out of real estate.
Oh, you see the same thing that happened to Jimmy Johnson earlier. I promise you, Christopher Bell went over that bump in the high groove. The back of the car stepped out on him. Depends on your car as to how you have to go over that bump, but if the car is not pointed, see John Hunter come across the nose of Alex Bowman.
Trouble, car around, Josh Berry. Turn 2, Calamity Corner. Not been to pit road since lap 103.
McDowell.
Hard hit for Michael McDowell.
Is that bump you were talking about, Kevin? The back of your screen, I think that was Preece
was right on his back bumper. I don't know if he did a late block or whatever, but I think he got some help.
98 is Herbst, double zero is Custer. Look at Truex
into the fence.
Slight save. He does slap the wall, and he's going in the wrong direction.
Here we see the 27 of Jeb Burton off of turn 4, kind of right where those bumps are, Ross, and breaks loose, tags it with the right rear. And in these cars, that's a very sensitive spot. Up very close to the back bumper with 28 laps to go.
Contact!
Here comes the pass for the lead.
Leland Honeyman sideways into the wall, and the caution comes out.
See Kyle Weatherman already turned at the start-finish line with Haley Deegan right behind him. Maybe a push gone wrong there in the dog leg.
Hard to say, a lot of contact to the 91.
It's really slippery. Nobody's really been up there. You see how hard his wheels are turned to the left.
Something's wrong with that truck, I think, Phil. I mean, he was just trying
to barely get by.
Oh, and
Memphis via Raw didn't make it by. Just loose, though. I don't think he's too high, but just lost control. Man, that's so frustrating. We've seen these racers go right on the edge of what looks like. Then here's a look at the big crash. Oh, Chris slips up.
Chris Wright gets into Mason Massey. Stuart Friesen just collected in that mess.
Watch Dean Thompson in the 5, just gets loose, overcorrects it a bit. Stuart Friesen squeezes by. Stephen Parsons, Roger Caruth. There goes, whoa, look at the job Chase Purdy did.
As you mentioned, I think minimal damage for Matt Crafton.
La inversión es... Sí, está parado. ¿Viste un auto de parado? Ese lo es Sebastián.
Será falla.
Entre el 1 y la 2, yo creo que se quedó sin poder. ¿No? Y entonces, pues todos vienen a velocidad máxima. Creo que José Luis es el primero que lo alcanza. Irwin ahí choca con José Luis. El 59 también hizo contacto por ahí. Vamos a ver qué más fue lo que pasó. Ahora vamos a ver aquí el accidente. Ahí estaba ya girado. No, fue antes. No sé si vamos a tener toma,
Aquí tenemos la repetición.
Ahí arriba a la izquierda.
Ahí arriba a la izquierda, cómo se da completamente con el muro. Ahí el auto de Giancarlo.
Por eso decía yo, me preocupaba después de ver el golpe que quería ver a Giancarlo bajarse del coche bien. Le va a doler mañana, eso es un hecho, Cari. Se bajen en buena condición. No, bueno, se lo llevaron ahí arrollado. ¿Quién
Max,
fue?
¿no?
Creo que es Max. Pero es demasiado. ¿Habrá frenado a Diego o algo? Porque fue demasiado.
Sí, es el auto de Max. Fue en la Ciudad de México.
¡Uy, contacto! Gira Javi Razo. A Irwin Vences lo alcanza, lo gira, lo salva Irwin. Pero imaginaría que habrá bandera amarilla. Ay, es que mira, se fueron de 3. Me hicieron sandwichito a 1 y vámonos. Uy, sí. Y ahí al final los demás no tenían a dónde ir. El que termina girado. Esa camioneta negra fue la que hizo sándwich un poquito.
Trabajar muy bien para dejar la pista completamente lista. Y bueno, ahí nos regalan de nuevo la repetición de pues este pequeño Big One.
Sí, ¿no? la camioneta negra que venía afuera.
Ay, no.
Fue Jan Kroon. Jan Kroon es el contacto. Habría que volver a ver si se baja Edwin o se sube Jan. Uy, es un golpe fuerte,
Sí.
Pues se empiezan a subir. Sí, él se quiere quedar en la línea de abajo. Se mete Alonso.
Y la pierde.
Y con ese frenito le empieza a perder y Mateo lo termina enganchando. Simplemente se bajaron demasiado en la recta, Se bajaron demasiado en la recta, terminen esto y lamentablemente para Juan, con los líderes en la parte de adelante, ¿qué pasó? Uy, solito.
Solito.
Y aparte, en la salida de la 3 entrando a la 4, no es un lugar muy común.
見えたんですが、ちょっと今ルーキーレーシングの車両と日産の車両が当たりましたかね。エネオスがスピンをしていたところに17号車が避けきれずに突っ込む。早くもオープニングラップでアクシデント発生、マルチクラッシュが発生しています。さあ
esce molto più forte Gebbia che tenta il sorpasso, vediamo alla staccata della X, incredibile, fuori tutte e due, fuori Gebbia, alla X che riesce a rientrare.
Deve tornare dietro con Moretti che continua la propria difesa e ne approfitta il contatto con Copetti. Dunque è riuscito a mantenere la posizione al comando l'autore della pole position. C'è un testacoda, attenzione, in uscita dalla prima variante con un incidente, contatto, passaggio sul traguardo con Pittiglio e Fraquelli che sono separati da poco meno. Attenzione, c'è un pilota in ghiaia di curva 1 con Messina che adesso, attenzione, c'è un incidente con una vettura che finisce ruote all'aria.
Anche della ripartenza a gestirla alla perfezione, a mettere il gap, attenzione, c'è una vettura in testa quando sotto l'altra postazione ed è la numero 26 di Belli che va a sbattere
i piloti. Ricordiamo gara 1, tra l'altro chiusa con quel piccolo giallo della bandiera a scacchi, ma c'è un pilota a muro, alla parabolica.
さあそして突破争いはどうだ。火が出た、危ない。誰だ
太陽が抑えていきます。この SDG の白いマシン、赤と青と白のマシンが2番手にいます。奥川で、おっと2台が転倒か、3台が巻き込まれているか。2台転倒、3台が。
No está bien en el cierre de la vuelta Peralta.
A ver qué pasaba con Olo, claro. Se va afuera y cuando la moto pisa afuera, la perdió.
Sí. El piso es muy complicado, el barro.
Espectacular, se pasó un poquito en el frenaje de la horquilla y ahora al piso. Al piso se fue a la parte externa donde estaba sucio, donde más agua había y se terminó complicando Ponce en el día de ayer. Y ahí está,
la bajada del tobogán realmente
complicado. Se levantó rápido de Mamilone, pero me parece que más de la calentura porque no tuvo un domingo fácil. Más atrás aparece Viera cuando esto es lo que pasaba con Mateo Mayorga, al piso en la bajada del tobogán, en el mismo lugar que Manuel Milone. Va al piso lamentablemente Mateo Mayorga.
Hurlings and Geiser just behind, and then Geiser just behind Hurlings as Gio ejected himself out of 6th place. Different start, same old outcome. Fox hole shot number 6 for Prado around the outside of everybody once again. Fevra under the watchful eye of Calvin Balander. Hurling's a great start, but not for long. He spun out of 4th place, but not a great start to this Grand Prix for the 96. Adamo then found his way past Sasha Coonan to take over the lead on lap 7. MX2 race 1, Sasha Coonan bagged himself the 5th foxhole shot of the season. Rider went down in the back, David Braceras. But then, just as he found his way past Sasha Coonan, Adamo connected with the bank. He went down, lost a few positions to 7th. Championship leader about 7 gates over from the right-hand side. He got tagged going into the first turn. He went down with Sasha Coonan, Rick Elsinger and Marc-Antoine Rossi. Beniston found his way through into 4th place. Then De Wolf, he just found his way past his teammate Lucas Coonan, who was riding with a shoulder injury. He tipped over, and then a couple of laps later it was Lucas Coonan's turn to fall.
Cuts over. Ooh.
Oh.
Wow. Oh. Well, this goes over the finish line jump. Gonna come through. Oh, what happened was as he's leaning the bike over, make the pass by Hammaker. Oh, yep, hits the rear brake, and as he hits the rear brake, that sand just...
Estamos en carrera, doblando la primera curva, ¿y quién va a tomar un accidente?
Parece que hubo un
accidente en la primera curva.
Right up to the rear tire of somebody. Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Carroll is down.
Starts to blitz the whoops. And just body goes forward. Weight starts to transfer. Maybe got a little wheel spin.